Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the action thriller Deadshot. And this film is from directors Charles Gard and Thomas Gard, and focuses on the story of a man, played by Colin Morgan, whose pregnant wife is killed by a government officer, played by Amil Amin, and winds up vowing vengeance upon him in this revenge thriller in the complicated and dangerous streets of 1970s London. And this film has these overarching kind of political perspectives and context to all the different violence that's going on, people sniping each other, and all kinds of crazy things going on in this film. You have this complicated dynamic of a man presumed dead, wounded, seeking vengeance, and the government trying to crack down and find him. You have a supporting turn from Mark Strong, who I think does a really fine job, but it's really Morgan and Amin who carry this film and their dynamic throughout, leading them on this parallel journey through a lot of danger and violence. It's one of those kinds of films where it's thrilling, it's well directed, those elements work. I think the film is a little too safe in the way that it resolves its story. Even if it might not be safe for the characters, you kind of see certain things coming. It does have a few shocking moments, and maybe even the very final scene delivers quite the shock. But it's one of those kinds of things where it's a little convoluted. It's trying a little hard to balance a whole lot of ideas in terms of this revenge thriller, but all the political undertones and capturing the sense of what London was like at this time and the violence of everything. But there is a very human piece to it, and we get behind Morgan's character Michael because he's been through such horrible trauma, and we see Amin's Tempest trying to balance with the guilt of what he did, shooting a pregnant woman. And it's a kind of film that hits you so hard at the beginning. It wanders quite a bit throughout. It's only like 92 minutes. But when it really gets going, there's a lot of tension, really well directed, thrilling scenes, and does leave you contemplating like the bigger place in all of this and how violence can shape the society and the people who live in it. This is a solid and pretty interesting film that has some strong performances that work. But in the end, this one is a fine film, not something to write home about, but if you're really into like those kinds of thrillers, it has at least some of those genre elements for you. But those are my thoughts on Deadshot. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.